But first, the province has announced sweeping changes to how it will support post-secondary institutions as they continue to face financial challenges.
They also announced an end to Ontario's 7-year tuition freeze. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris joins us live from the U of T campus with the details and reaction. Siobhan.
Well, the president of U of T thanked the government for its leadership on this file. This is the sort of funding the sector's been asking for a long time. But students here on campus, they're really worried about what they think is going to be a bigger stretch of their budgets. An unfreezing of tuitions on campuses like this one, just one part of an overhaul of the cash flowing into a sector in a state of crisis.
If we want Ontario to have a competitive workforce tomorrow, we need to strengthen our post-secondary institutions today.
Colleges and universities had been leaning on higher international student tuitions. That pipeline has gone dry with federal visa changes. Ontario's pumping $6.4 billion more into the sector over 4 years.
Skilled workers are needed more than ever, and this funding expands regional opportunities for learners and employers alike.
Starting this fall, schools will be able to increase tuition by up to 2%.
The money I make is just during the summer. It's only 4 months of work to make what tuition and housing in Toronto is already so expensive, so that's definitely an expense I don't think I could afford.
I think it would be difficult for my family to afford personally, and I think it would be difficult for a lot of families to afford.
The government calculates higher tuition will cost the average college student an extra $66 a year. For university, $170 more. There's a dramatic cut coming to grants through the Ontario Student Assistance Program, OSAP, leaning more heavily on loans than grants.
It's a lot worse, you know. I mean, the OSAP right now, the grants are already reduced. If they reduce it more, that increases how much we have to pay back after we graduate.
The minister in charge says the system has become unsustainable. Schools are doing what they can to maintain access.
Every year, we increase the amount of funding we put into our student aid system because we're committed to that.
The changes are relief to a sector that slashed thousands of jobs, eliminated programs.
We are facing huge pressures in our system, but this announcement tackles the real challenges that universities face that will support our students.
Critics say schools shouldn't have had to beg the government for this help.
They set the fire and then they arrive, I won't say with a garden hose, but not what they need to put out the fire.
And there is a word of warning.
There are still more efficiencies that need to be found across the whole sector.
The group that speaks for Ontario universities doesn't disagree there. They say there may be more efficiencies to be found using more AI and automation. Reporting live from U of T, I'm Siobhan Morris. Michelle, back to you.
Thank you, Siobhan.